you've never played a dirt rally game before, then you've definitely been missing out, as dirt has slowly become one of my favorite racing franchises of all time, and Dirt 5 is no exception. In essence, it's an off-road racing game with vast locations across the world, from icy, snowy areas to lush, tropical jungles. Dirt is by no means a realistic racing sim, but there is definitely a ton of realism in this title. I've been spending the past couple of days on Dirt 5, playing the PC version, and although many media outlets have been pushing this title as a next-gen game, my 1070 GTX seems to handle it pretty well. Sure, it may not run at 4K 60 frames a second, but I've been getting a pretty solid 60 frames at 1080. The official description of Dirt 5 reads as follows. Quote, Dirt 5 is the boldest off-road racing experience created by Codemasters. Blaze a trail en route across the world, covering gravel, ice, snow and sand, with a roster of cars ranging from rally icons to trucks to GT heroes. With a star-studded career, 4-player split screen, innovative online modes, livery editor and more new features, Dirt 5 is the next generation of extreme racing. End quote. Now that the introduction is out of the way, it's time to race. Dirt 5 provides you with around 9 different car classes, from classic rally to retro 80s and 90s, but to name a few. There is a lot of vehicles to choose from, and Codemasters has mentioned that there is more on the way. Each vehicle handles fairly different from one another, and you should consider your choices when looking at the track ahead. The Unlimited class, for example, are heavy vehicles, slow but excellent for mud and dirt tracks, while the light vehicles might be better suited for the ice areas. Speaking of ice, Dirt 5 offers some incredible locations, from the vibrant areas in China to the beautifully lit Norwegian tracks, and even some areas in my home country, South Africa. Living in Norway, it was a blast to play some tracks situated in Cape Town. There is plenty of events to be found in Dirt 5. Ultracross, for example, gives you multiple terrains, challenging your reflexes and skills, while circuit-based events, or sprints, is essentially speed-based circuits and by far one of the most difficult events in the game. Icebreakers, as the name implies, tests your handling and turning as you skid along the ice, trying to keep control of your vehicle while absorbing the cold, fresh air. You can also test your skills in time trials or set up your own events with your location choice, lap limit and daytime settings. Stunt events do make their return, but personally I was never really a fan of them in the previous games. Maybe it's because I'm just really bad at stunts. There's also a mud-based event called Stampede, which is more land-based, off-roading and requires some heavier vehicles. Pathfinder is a new event which tasks you to race against time, climbing your way through some difficult terrain, and is a welcome addition indeed. The weather system creates, as one would call, beautiful chaos on the road, with snowy races to heavy rainfalls. As previously mentioned, it looked superb on the 1070 GTX, but I can only imagine how it looks on next-gen consoles, or a 3070 or even a 2070. The best way and easiest way to experience all of these tracks would be in the career mode. Essentially, it's broken up into 5 chapters, and there are multiple races you can compete in, but you don't need to do all of it to proceed in the career. You can pick which ones you want to do, and if you don't really enjoy certain events, then you don't need to do them, but of course you'll earn more money to purchase more vehicles in the game. You'll also earn experience and stamps in the career mode. Stamps basically unlocks the final race of each chapter, and you need to complete those to continue to the next chapter. Additionally, you have a host of sponsors to choose from, which has its own reputation and grants you unique skins and stickers that you can use to customize your vehicles. One voice you may recognize during the career mode is your mentor AJ. Voiced by Troy Baker, who needs no introduction, he does a superb job in voice acting the character, even though you don't really see the character at all. In fact, you don't even see yourself aside from a helmet in the car, which is a little disappointing. It would have been nice if you could have created yourself, perhaps unlock outfits for your custom character as well. The quote-unquote bad guy in the game is voiced by Nolan North, aka Nathan Drake, and you'll basically hear him from time to time trying to take the crown. The story is fine, but it's not something you'll remember afterwards. It is a real shame though, as with the voice talent they had, they could have done so much more with the characters. In terms of co-op, there's 4-player split screen mode and drop-in drop-out co-op career mode as well. You also have your standard multiplayer races, but I had a few technical troubles, so I cannot comment much on the online portion. Speaking of technical issues, as beautiful as the game looks, it crashed a number of times to the desktop. Even after refreshing multiple drivers, it was still an issue. I haven't tested this on consoles, so I cannot comment on that part. Dirt 5 also has a mode called Playground, which allow you to create your own tracks or play those created by others. It is timely to set up your own tracks, but a nice addition nonetheless. Dirt 5 aims for an arcade experience with a somewhat realistic feel, and it succeeds in that aspect, but I feel that the career mode was somewhat of a letdown. Regardless, with the new vehicles, locations, events, and playground, Dirt 5 is an entry into the next gen that you don't want to miss. If you're a Dirt fan, you'd probably already pre-ordered this one, but had I to put a score on this, then I'd easily give it an 8.5 out of 10. I'd like to thank Codemasters and Coke Media for providing me with the review key of the Amplified Edition on PC, and for more gaming content, check out the rest of my channel. If you enjoyed this video, then give me a thumbs up. If you dislike it, then give me a thumbs down, but please tell me why so I can improve my videos. My name is Frank, I'm the RedTieGuy, and frankly, thank you for watching. Catch you guys in the next video.